Directorate filing a 3,000-page charge sheet against Tamil Nadu Minister Senthil Balaji. The Financial Probe Agency has accused Senthil of a cash for jobs scam when he was the Transport Minister back in the AIADMK regime. Lot of allegations against him, scathing charges leveled by the Enforcement Directorate. Let's break that down for you first in our next report.
Trouble mounts for Tamil Nadu Minister V. Senthil Balaji, who was arrested in June in a cash for job scam. The Enforcement Directorate on Tuesday filed a 3,000-page charge sheet against Balaji. India Today has accessed the charge sheet, which details the cash for job scam that allegedly took place in 2014 when Balaji was the Transport Minister in the previous AIADMK regime. The Financial Probe Agency has accused Balaji of conspiring with his brother and officials of the Transport Department to accept bribes from job aspirants. The ED says the marks of those candidates who allegedly paid bribes to Balaji's men were tampered to ensure that they received jobs. The ED further claims that Balaji laundered the bribe money through his accomplices and his brother using bank accounts of family members. The agency in the charge sheet mentions that Balaji's wife, S. Meghala, was also questioned about the sudden rise in cash deposits in a bank account. Meanwhile, the opposition party AIADMK slammed the Stalin government for defending Balaji despite the charge sheet.
A sitting minister who is languishing in jail and Mr. Chief Minister, who is head of the state and who is head of the cabinet, is hesitant to call any action on him nor give any comment on the same, wherein he is all hell-bent to save him, come what may. Every day, Mr. Senthil Balaji spending in custody is giving MK Stalin sleepless nights.
Senthil Balaji's judicial custody was extended till September 15th on Tuesday. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what is the modus operandi here? Let's explain it to you on how directly the money trail, according to the Enforcement Directorate, is linked to Minister Senthil Balaji. Of course, at the heart of it is Senthil Balaji. And remember, he was a Transport Minister in the erstwhile AIADMK government. His PAs, his associates, all of them were involved. And this particular cash flow went like this. It was essentially a jobs for cash scam. MTC and the Tamil Nadu State Transport Corporation officials were involved. Job aspirant candidates. Essentially what they do is they would go ahead and send money to mediators and brokers who were set up, clearly identified. And these were people who were directly linked to Senthil Balaji's aides, to his PA as well as his associates. They would send the money to these mediators and brokers who would then send money to Senthil Balaji. That would then put the wheels in motion for them to get a job. There would be transactions and clear directives given to the state transport corporations, and appointment orders would go across to all those who are willing to pay extra money. All of this money, according to the Enforcement Directorate, was being pocketed by none other than Minister Senthil Balaji, someone who, remember, at this point, the Stalin government continues to defend. Let me bring in Pramod Madhav on this broadcast. Pramod, this was an exclusive story, of course, filed by Shilpa Nair, who is covering another report for us. So I wanted to come across to you for more details on how the DMK really has reacted to these latest allegations. The Enforcement Directorate going into great detail as to exactly how they've identified Senthil Balaji's role in this cash for job scam.
Well, in one line, if you need to explain this particular case, we can only say that this is a curious case of Senthil Balaji, because this actual scam is supposed to have occurred between 2011 and 2015 when he was the minister in AIADMK government, and right then after that he quit the party and he joined DMK, and during that period it was the current Chief Minister MK Stalin who spoke against Senthil Balaji, and even we have video clippings of that when he was in Karur during a campaign. He spoke how Senthil Balaji is corrupt and such. But right now the same party is defending the Senthil Balaji, claiming that until he is proven guilty, he is definitely not guilty. And the thing, what the Senthil Balaji's team was asking for was a charge sheet which has been given to them. We've been told that's almost 3,000 pages because that much long raids were conducted by ED, by IT in various locations, including Senthil Balaji's residence, his brother Ashok's residence, who's still at Raj, his Ashok's brother wife's residence, especially Senthil Balaji also. I mean, the ED also mentioned about a case where like crores worth property was transferred to Meghalaya for a mere 10 lakh rupees, and all this was categorically investigated, and this charge sheet has been filed now, Akshita.